I'm just more like it's all situational.
Yeah.
Like it just depends on what's going down, and it may depend on the quality of your, of your home. quite literally.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
If she uses all her holes, man, you might need to pick her over to homie. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, you got to choose wisely. I'm not a big fan of making broad statements when you don't have to.
Yeah.
Don't box yourself in.
No.
Don't build your own coffin, Bubba.
Hang
But see, it's funny that you say that because you've been on the other side of this argument.
Of what?
Like you've been as far as if you just want like good conversation and things like that, you'd rather be hanging out with the guys, talking whatever, than to be talking to a woman.
Yeah, the particular women that I had been dating at the time. Yeah.
You changed the leaf though.
It
You found
depends.
some interesting hosts to talk to. Shout out to Bubba. He's upgraded. All you ladies in the past, you should feel some kind of way.
I did not say that.
Bubba said y'all wasn't worth it.
I wanted to get in something I was thinking about, man.
Bubba's thoughts.
What you thinking about, man?
You know, I may be breaking code here, man, but I never been a bros over hoes type of guy, man.
I'm not surprised.
What you mean?
I never been a bros over hoes type of guy. Like even back in the day when that was like, I don't know. I feel like my era kind of bought that term in. I don't know. I feel like my era kind of ushered that term in.
I felt that pre-existed you.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
And or maybe we made it hot. I don't know. But I never
Maybe you think. That you did all that.
Yeah, but let me tell you, my era
we
is known for
invented
everything.
fire too.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean by
like
what do you mean?
Like just almost basically with everything, man. Like just picking choosing your homeboys over your girl, whether it's the chill, the hangout, whether it's they word, or if it's somebody's, whether it's your girl saying something, you got your homeboy saying something different, all type of different lanes that can go in.
I can respect it. I was gonna say I wouldn't consider my girl a hoe, so it'd be like my girl over bros, only because like I see what you mean, that divinity between you and your female and stuff. Yeah. But I would also argue and say
over romantic leaf.
Yeah.
No, like bros over hoes, I just think there's a lot of elements to it. But like, so I think like, okay, so if one of your bros is smashing somebody on the side, you're not gonna go run to his hoe, are you?
No.
Well, that's a bros over hoes thing.
That's a element. That is.
Or if you're with your dog for like 13 plus years, 14 plus years, and you met this girl and you're about a month in, and you're prioritizing decisions over her, and you don't even really know how she gets down in a real situation, but you've known your bro for 14 years, so it's like I can't necessarily agree in that situation because you don't know this female over a can of paint.
So y'all throwing rocks at my bros over hoes.
Because
I just think
the queen over the bros, I can dig that.
I'm just more like it's all situational.
Yeah.
Like it just depends on what's going down, and it may depend on the quality of your, of your home. Quite literally.
Yeah.
I mean,
if she uses all her holes, man, you might need to pick her over to homie. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, you got to choose wisely. I'm not a big fan of making broad statements when you don't have to.
Yeah.
Don't box yourself in.
No.
Don't build your own coffin, Bubba.
I don't know. I understand those couple of scenarios. You know what I mean?
When you're having this thought, like what is the scenario that you're envisioning that makes you feel like?
No,
okay.
it was a conversation with Eb, who was actually just commenting. And she sent me some clip. They have these skits that they do and they share it on social media or whatever. And that particular skit, which I couldn't even tell you what the details were, but I was like, my comment to her was, I've never been a big bros over hoes type guy. But a lot of women, this, especially the ones that are on the dating scene or whatever, some of their biggest complaints are like the guys that they date want to hang out with their homeboys all the time, want to be around them all the time. That's one of their complaints.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of gay if you put it that way. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's kind of G.
Gay, but I mean, it's just
Well, when you put it that way.
But that's what it leads to. Because I tell you, a lot of single women, they're complaint, but they turn into a joke. But I don't know. Sometimes feels they're halfway serious. Like, oh, all of these men are basically gay because they don't want to. Yeah, they want to hang out with me.
But see, it's funny that you say that because you've been on the other side of this argument.
Of what?
Like you've been as far as if you just want like good conversation and things like that, you'd rather be hanging out with the guys, talking whatever, than to be talking to a woman.
Yeah, the particular women that I had been dating at the time. Yeah,
you changed the leaf though.
It depends.
You found some interesting hosts to talk to. Shout out to Bubba. He's upgraded. All you ladies in the past, you should feel some kind of way.
I did not say that.
Bubba said y'all wasn't worth it.
Rose, I did not say that. But listen,
naming names today. I think it's just. I think it's circumstantial. I also am though, like, to me, like when you reach a certain level of like adulthood, you kind of should be moving alone. Yeah. Like it's not. I mean, there should be time where you spend with your guys, and then if there should be time you spend with women. It's like, but you're your own person. Like anybody that's like, I'd say over 30 and like dependent on like what their friends are doing.
Yeah.
You're kind of not in a good place in life. I don't think.
Oh, I got you.
I would say if it's the end of the world, though, you can't rely on your bro to reproduce. So, like,
who's putting that burden on you?
I'm picking hoes.
Yeah, all right.
That I always thought that line was so crazy. I love Afro beats too, and Tim's had that line where she was like, if the world was ending, would you cry? Would you come and get me? I was like, that's like, that's too much. You're asking too much of me.
To come get it? I just cry?
No, I mean, yeah, if those are the only two choices, but it's a lot more. Like, I'm trying to hunt down my family. Maybe it's this, maybe it's another chick I just
prefer?
The world is ending. Like, what we going to do?
One last nut.
Let me smash. Like,
Yeah.
the world is ending. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but family first, it's just a lot. That's too asking too much of me.
Yeah, spending the
ending,
last 24 hours.
You know what I'm
on a.
You get a full 24. Like,
Ooh.
who knows, man?
Yeah. But
Yeah, you want to spend that with the people that deserve it.
I want to be realistic too. I'm not. I can't literally fuck all 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need rest. I'm gonna need space in between.
I mean, it'll be a weird 24 hours, but my family gonna see me do some shit. But I can still. You could technically get it all done. You can go all in one room. That'd be crazy.
Smashing.
Yeah, the family gonna be busy.
A family orgy, end of the world.
We
God.
go there. I mean,
Wow.
everybody, we're getting the family together. Bring somebody you want to smash. We'll get through this.
We'll get through it. No, that's terrible.
That's horrible.